Hey everyone, Elena from the Emerald Oracle. I've got a new pick a card here for you. Today's title is Where is My Soulmate? So this reading is focused on if you have a soulmate love connection either coming to you or that you're already in and you may not even realize it. As many of us know, soulmates are people that you reincarnate with and have many lives with, but it really symbolizes a much deeper connection than your average relationship. And I think something most of us crave, that deeper soul connection between two people that kind of transcends even space and time. The kind of love I think many of us hope for is the kind of love that keeps enduring and keeps going, not just through the years of your current life, but once you leave this earth, in the hopes that you meet up again, whether that be in the afterlife or in being reincarnated into another life. So let's dive in and see if you have a soulmate relationship coming for you in this lifetime. Okay, and hopefully coming up soon is what we're also going to try to find out. So let's jump right into it. I will put up the timestamps so you can fast forward to the pile that you've chosen. But I do want you to take a deep breath and all of that. I'm going to go through that in 1 second. Okay, so first on set of cards number 1, we've got an amethyst. I'm using points today, or towers as people call them. These are points, crystal points, beautiful amethyst. And then we've got on set of cards number 2, a beautiful rose quartz point. And on set of cards number 3, we have labradorite. Labradorite. I always mix up that word, but if you see the flecks in there, they're so pretty. It's like flecks of green and gray and blue. Really gorgeous when it catches the light. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to have you clear your mind. Take a deep, deep breath. Picture a clear blue sky or a white blank sheet of paper. And then you're going to choose from set of cards 1, 2, or 3. And I will just give you a second to do that. Okay, perfect. So let's get going with set of cards number 1. Just going to set these other aside. Okay, set of cards number 1. What do we have going for you? We're going to put your outcome card up here. Okay, really excited and interesting to see what everybody has coming up in store with regard to a soulmate. Okay, so for those of you who have chosen set of cards number 1, okay, what do we have going here? Oh, wow, interesting. Okay, so let's see. Right off the bat here, I can say that yes, there is a soulmate relationship for you. There is a soulmate for you. Now, this seems like, okay, this looks to me like a relationship that, this looks like there's a lot of karma attached here. So this is a very karmic relationship. Now, this can speak to if you are already involved with this person or they're coming in. And I'll try to do it here both ways, because for some of you, I think you're already involved with this person. And it's probably been very up and down. Okay, it's probably been like a little bit of a roller coaster. You're up and everything's great, and then you're down and maybe break up, or so it seems like probably a lot of stops and starts to the relationship, and a lot of bumps in the road. And I would say that that is because this is karmic. So when we say that a relationship is karmic, we mean that in in either the last life you had together or many of the lives that you've had together. You are on a journey of exploration, and of learning and growing together. And so you're working karma out in this lifetime and in this connection that you have. So now this person can, it can possibly be a earth sign. So that would be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. It doesn't have to be. They may just have tendencies of those signs, so that it's not, it's not etched in stone that that's what sign that this person is. If you do not know who this person is yet, and it's a relationship that's coming toward you, then you can look to those 3 signs as an indicator. Again, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. But don't let that deter you if you're like, oh goodness, I hate Capricorns, or, Virgo's no good for me, or don't get hung up on that, because honestly, I know plenty of couples that are astrologically mismatched and they're happy and they do really well together, because it doesn't just go by your sun sign, it goes by the rest of your chart. So don't get hung up in that, just giving you some clues as I get them, okay? This can also be a dark-skinned person, or it can be someone with dark features like dark hair and dark eyes. And again, all my readings are both for male and female. So in general, we're going to say that we're talking about most probably a woman seeking a man, but it doesn't matter. This can be a man seeking a woman, or it can be a woman seeking a woman, man seeking a man. It's all, love is love, and it does not matter. So you apply this to whatever your love interest is, okay? But just to make it easier, so I don't have to be switching constantly pronouns and things, I'm going to speak in a male format here, as though we're seeking a male. But again, just translate it to, if you're a male seeking a woman, you just flip it, and same if you're same sex, you just apply the same message, okay? So anyway, moving on, this is looking like, for many of you, I feel like most of you who have chosen set of cards number 1, you are already in this relationship. For most of you, you're in it, and it's a person who definitely challenges you, okay? This is a person who definitely tests your limits, pushes you to the, the end of what you think is, that expression like swinging on my last nerve, or, I'm at the end of my rope kind of thing. Like, it really pushes the boundaries and the limits of what you feel you can take in a relationship. Now, sometimes that's a bad thing, okay? But here it is not projecting it that way. It's not saying that this is toxic in any way. It's saying that you are working out some serious karma, and you are meant to be together. You're meant to be on this journey. And there are a lot of components to the relationship that are an illusion, meaning I think at one point one of you will be stuck in the ego mindset, which is where you're concerned with all things outside of yourself, either success, money, status, how things appear to other people, and just the surface of things. And then at other times, I think it has flipped, where the other partner is more concerned with those things. But either way, it's basically saying is you're kind of on this like yo-yo kind of thing. I'm assuming all of you know what a yo-yo is, that toy that goes up and down. But if not, we'll say a pendulum, where it's kind of like a swinging back and forth, okay? Picture a pendulum, a windshield wiper. It's this back and forth of, not in a give and take sense, a back and forth, almost like a tug of war, spiritually between the two of you. And it is like I said, it's karmic. So this is your soulmate. And this is sort of what you're trying to work out. It's like almost like a power play of who's the stronger person, almost. Now, what is the reason for that is a little bit over my head and probably over yours, because if we knew the reason of the struggle, you would no longer be here. Then you'd have it all figured out and you'd move on to the next life. So the people always think they're supposed to figure out, like, what's my life purpose? Why am I here? yada, yada, yada. I don't know that we really figure that out while we're here. I think the major part of the purpose of being here is to experience life. And that means the glory, the heartbreak, the pain, the joy, and everything in between. And as we keep going forward, we just are meant, I think, to learn and to grow and evolve. And we do that through experience, and especially with communion and connection to others, whether it be romantic or all relationships. Okay, because all relationships can be karmic. Your family, your parents, your siblings, your friends, etc. So in terms of this, I think for those of you who are not currently in a relationship, this is saying that there is someone coming into play in your life who is going to be very intense. And again, you can look for possibly an earth sign, possibly dark-skinned or dark hair, dark eyes, or that could also be describing you. But regardless, this person may at first seem very guarded. They may be very protective of themselves. But with you, they will let their walls down because you are their soulmate, and they will feel this connection strongly to you. This is a person you've lived many lives with, not just one or two. Okay, you've really been on this journey for quite some time with this person. So for those of you that are single, yes, there is a very deep, very strong, very intense karmic relationship coming into your life. There is a soulmate coming into your life. But do beware that this person does come with a little bit of baggage, but I believe you have a little bit of baggage too. Who doesn't? We kind of all do, right? But this is not a negative relationship. It's a relationship where you will learn and grow together. The tower is just representing that everything won't just go from 0 to perfect, in the blink of an eye and just be smooth sailing all the way through. It's a little bit, definitely a little bit of a messy, bumpy ride. With some things that you're not expecting or you don't know currently, but that's okay. That will be illuminated for you, and you should stick it out because this person is definitely meant to be your other half. And I think that for most of you, this relationship will lead to not just being your soulmate, but lead to a life partner. So for many of you, this will be the person that you end up marrying if marriage is what you so choose. That's pretty clear here, okay? And for those of you already involved in a relationship where it has been bumpy and rocky and up and down, maybe a lot of stops and starts, this is definitely saying that it will endure. You will get through the rough patch. You will get through a breakup if you've had one with this person, and you will reunite. You will keep coming back together, and you will find a path to true happiness with this person. It really looks like. It looks like you're just, as I said, working out and playing out the karma between the two of you. Okay, so let's try to expand a little bit. Okay, so just want to get the shuffling in the frame, like for you to be able to see that I'm shuffling up the cards. My little mini deck. These are so fun, the little mini tarot. Okay. Also want to ask if you haven't subscribed and you like this reading and it's resonating for you, I would love it if you would please subscribe. It would mean the world to me and allow me to keep making these videos. So just consider. And also, subscribe and like and comment. I love hearing the comments. So please let me know how this affected you, what you thought of the reading, what stood out for you. I love hearing everybody's story, and I try to answer those as much as I can. Okay. All right. Let's just see if we can get a little bit more. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. All right, and now we have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is definitely reiterating here that you are a match. So for those of you already involved with this person, this is your match. This is your other person. This is your soulmate. This relationship is truly karmic, but in a very good way. Sometimes karma can work out negatively, and we have karmic relationships that end badly and are not meant to work out in this lifetime. But here we have, notice we have the Seven of Cups come up twice. So, you know, we have that they're telling you in the past, in the other lives that you've lived together, okay, there has been times you haven't been able to make it work. In other lifetimes, you haven't been able to keep it together. And illusion is something that is a theme. So it looks like illusion is something that you're meant to keep working on, especially in this life, okay? So that means there's either something your partner believes about themselves or about you that is not true, or vice versa, or something you believe about them that is not true, or something that you both or one of you struggle with about themselves, okay, or about yourself. And that is part of why you're drawn together. So remember, there's usually karmic balance. So here we have, you know, they have what you don't and you have what they don't, which in essence is actually a good thing because it balances out the scales and helps you to be able to really make this relationship work, because you can help each other, you know, and give each other the strength that each other doesn't have. So, but again, destiny is working here, okay? You are meant to be with this person. So for those of you already involved with this person, you are a match and it's going to work out. The Wheel of Fortune and the Magician, that is hugely powerful. And that says that this beautiful, true love, this is a love story that has gone through the ages. This is a love story that has gone through multiple lives. And I think most of you know it, that you feel this deep, deep soul connection to this person. They feel like truly your other half. And this is letting you know that that will, in the end, triumph and succeed here, okay? So yes, there's some stuff you're working out. And even if this is a new person that you have not met yet, yes, the road will be a little bumpy. For sure, okay? And you've had a karmic past, you've had a past lives that have been rough and that haven't worked out, but it looks like you're on track to have it work out in this lifetime. It looks like in this lifetime you're meant to be paired up and matched up, and it's like sheer force of will this time. The two of you are determined. It looks like your souls have made the agreement, like, no, we're going to make it work in this life that we're living together, okay? So have faith in that, truly have faith in that, and have faith in each other, and know that this is a kind of like a sacred bond between you. Again, whether you're already involved or you didn't meet this person yet. If you didn't meet them, they are coming into your life. It will sweep you off your feet. You will know instantly because you will feel like you've known this person all your life. It will be an instant connection on many, many levels. And you will feel deeply connected to this person. You will feel like you can complete each other's sentences. And you will feel that even though you don't technically know anything about them, you will feel like you do know everything about them. And for those of you already involved, I think you know that you already feel, that is how the two of you feel about each other. Let's see I am using the Lover's Path Tarot as the outcome card. These are so cool. So, okay, so we have Isis and Osiris, and the main title of the card is Love. So let me get that a little twisted. Isis and Osiris. So let me see if I remember. So here we have Egyptian mythology going on here. Let me try to remember what I know about Isis and Osiris. I believe that is the story. Let me think. I don't want to pick up the book. I want to do this on my own because I'm pretty sure I can get it. Yes. So I believe these two were like madly in love. And I'm not sure if it was her brother or his brother. I think it was his brother. And I think his name was Set. And I think Set was like driven to insane jealousy over these two. And I think that something about he trapped his brother in a coffin. I think that Osiris's brother killed him. I think he trapped him in a coffin of some kind and sent him down the Nile, maybe. I'm pretty sure. I hope if those of you who are more experts on this, you can let me know. But I'm pretty sure that that's the story. But the moral here is that using the power of her love, Isis, I think, rose him from the dead. Just because that was how incredibly passionate they felt for each other. And somehow she brought him back to life. I think only for a final embrace, but not the point. So what does that mean in connection to this reading? It means that it doesn't mean that you're going to find your soulmate or you have your soulmate and then you're just going to lose them. That's not what it means. It means the energy of Isis and Osiris means a love that no one can stop it. No one could stop it. In this case, in their story, not even death could stop it. The intense jealousy of the brother who killed him couldn't stop it. It's an intense a love and a passion that nothing can break it apart. And so that is incredible and intense and exciting. And that is what I believe you have coming toward you. If it's someone you have not met yet, then this is going to be the soulmate relationship to change your life. This is going to be a relationship you will never forget and most likely will not end. It will keep going for the rest of this life. This will become your life partner. This will become your husband or your wife, and it will transcend time and space, and it will go into the afterlife, and it will go into the next life and the next life, because this is deeply karmic and this is a very powerful love. And for those of you already involved with this person, I think you know this, and you need to endure and stay strong through the ups and downs, but this relationship will turn around. If you're in a rough patch right now, it will turn around and work out for you. Remember Isis and Osiris. You can Google that story. You can look them up. It's the beauty of the internet now. If you don't, you could be old school and go to the library, or you could get a book, but just take from it. Don't be so what is the word? Don't be so literal with it. It's not a bad omen that, one of you will die or something like that. It doesn't mean that. It's the symbolism is the intensity of their love and how nothing could stop their love from having them be together. That is how deeply and how passionately they loved each other. And that is a beautiful thing. And that is what you have coming toward you. So congratulations, everybody, because this is really a beautiful, beautiful love story. And I wish you all the best of luck with this. All right, with that said, we're going to move on to set of cards number 2. Okay, here we go with set of cards number 2. Just make sure that's in focus. Now it's crooked. Can you tell I'm OCD with the crooked and the... the straightening. Okay, I'm just always trying to find a spot to put this. Okay, here we go. Set of cards number 2. I do want to ask for everyone to please subscribe and like and share. If you are liking these videos and they resonate and connect, it would mean the world to me to have your support. So thank you to all of those who already have subscribed. I just adore you and appreciate you so much, and I hope that these readings are helpful and useful to you. Okay, all right, set of cards number 2. Let's see what we've got going here. So we are looking at if there is a soulmate for you, and are they coming in? Where are they? Are they coming in? Okay, all right, so here to me, this looks like, yes, there is a soulmate for you in this lifetime. Yes, there is a deep connection. Just one little caveat is that it seems to me that this may be a little bit messy. So this seems to me like there's something attached to this connection, okay? For some of you, this could be somebody you already know, and for some of you, it's somebody brand new. But what it looks like to me is there's like a wrinkle, there's a little complication, and it looks like it could be maybe this person is going through a divorce, and that divorce is very messy or sticky. It can also be that this could be a friend of your family, or maybe you're divorced and the other person is divorced, and you've all been friends for years. It's in some ways sticky. Okay, so that could play out in so many different ways. Okay, it could be maybe your best friend was married, they're divorced, but now you fell in love and with her ex-husband, and he fell in love with you. It could be something like that, or a friend of the family that's been known your kids for years and years, and you fall in love with that person, and he falls in love with you, or she falls in love with you. Or if you have never been married and you don't have children, and it can just mean in some way it's complicated. So in some way it's sticky, it's messy, it's complicated. And that, like I said, that could be so many different scenarios. But what I can tell you is that it's for sure not just, it's not a small little wrinkle. It's it definitely feels like something that it's like almost taboo, not taboo, but almost like, oh no, I don't think we can do this. We can't do this. Or there's some element that makes you feel like it's not right. But at the end of the day, who's to say if it's right or not? I mean, we have judgment here. So you feel like you would be judged. The two of you feel like you would be judged if you allow yourselves to be together. But what's happening is, I just realized I have little X-rated stuff going on here. I always forget. What's happening is that we have two people who are not going to be able to stay away from each other. So the passion here will be very intense. And it looks like, so you're making yourselves feel, or you're being made to feel like this is forbidden love almost, okay, in some way. And again, it could be so many different scenarios and reasons why it feels forbidden to you. But it's on a soul level, it's not forbidden, it's karmic. So that's the issue. That means that you two are working something out that has followed you through other lifetimes. Now, for those of you who are single and don't know who this person is, and you don't know what situation this is yet, this looks like this will be coming up, and we could be dealing with a water sign, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and a fair-skinned person, possibly light eyes, doesn't have to be, okay? These are just possibilities that I throw out there. That could also be describing you. Okay. Pisces comes forward very strongly, so this could definitely be a Pisces. But again, remember, it doesn't have to be. So again, if you're saying like, oh, I don't like water signs, or that's not a good sign for me, when it comes to soulmates and karma, it really doesn't matter what sign they are, because guess what? They're going to be with you no matter what. If karma is at play, you don't really have a choice. It doesn't matter if you don't like water signs, because then you're meant to be with one. And also, in astrology, you can never just go by someone's sun sign. Like, you can never just go by the sign that they are. You have to go by the rest of their chart. So don't get too hung up on that. But regardless here, for those of you who are single now, this is saying that there is a soulmate for you in this lifetime. And it is going to be very intense. And a very powerful physical attraction, a very powerful, like, intense chemistry and sexual attraction will draw you to each other initially, where you kind of can't stop it. It'll feel like inertia, like you can't do anything, like you can't stop a tidal wave. It's just going to come over you, okay? And while passion like that is exciting and incredible, at the same time, then though, you will grapple with regret and whether or not you can go forward with the relationship, because you will feel like you'll be judged if you do. And that could be because, again, like, even if you're single, it could be because this was somebody's ex or somebody's friend that was close to you, or just maybe the person is, maybe, you're 18 and the person and the guy is like 40. It can be so many different things that make this seem taboo and in general. However, on a karmic level, this relationship is meant to be, and meant to be something that you both experience, okay? And if you're already attached, this is saying then that it's very possible that some of you are already in this situation. You're already in the relationship with this person, or the involvement with this person. Maybe you're having an affair and you feel like it can never go anywhere, really. So this is saying that's not true. It can go somewhere. You have to decide, and that's part of your karma here. That's part of the lesson and part of the reason you're drawn together, okay? I feel very strongly that whether you are single or you already know who this person is and you've already been involved with them, there's a strong element of a friendship to the relationship. So this may be someone that you were friends with first, or that you know through friends, okay? But the friendship part plays a pivotal role, because it means that the friendship bond between you will sort of guide you through. It'll be like, let that be a really good foundation for how you treat each other, and the respect that you have for one another. And ultimately, at the end of the day, it looks to me like you'll both be afraid, whether you already know who it is and you're involved, or you're single and this hasn't happened yet. It looks like you'll get at one point a little crippled by fear about the whole thing, and crippled by the fear of being judged and having people, you're maybe being afraid of being shunned or ostracized from family or friends or something like this. And you'll weigh out the decision to go forward or not. And so will your partner here. So will the other person. But it looks to me like, very strongly, like, again, you're not going to be able to stop it. It'll be like a runaway train. You can't get in front of it. There's nothing you could do. You have to just let it happen. And I don't think the physical nature of this is going to be just way too powerful to stay away from each other. And I think that the message here is sometimes love is messy, but when it's karmic, it means that this is the energy and the journey and the lessons that you're working out in this lifetime together. Let's expand a little bit and see if we get anything else. Okay, let's just see. We can get a little bit more about this. Whoops, flipping. Most karmic relationships, just to clarify, most are messy. But in this case, I just want to clarify that this is, coming up as super sticky. Okay, so it really feels like there's an element to this that's like, ooh, what? Wait, she's with who? What happened? They hooked up? Oh my God. It's like, it feels like that. Like a lot of whisperings of, what? Wait, so-and-so, she's with her dad? Like something, it feels like that kind of thing. Or like I said, it can be what would seem totally normal, like two divorced people. But if you were all best friends and now like you're divorced, but now this was your husband's best friend. You know what I mean? It's that kind of situation, it seems like, which has so many different possibilities and ways that could, scenarios that could play out. So I'm never going to be able to cover all of them, but I'm just giving you some of the kind of ideas. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So again, with justice here. All right. So basically this is telling us that, yes, there is some, it's going to require some effort on your part, okay? Whether that means having the patience to wait for somebody to be divorced or somebody to be available, possibly moving. You might have to move to be with this person. You might have to change locations. You might have to possibly travel to see the person for a while in the beginning, but what's surrounding it, so there is a little bit, like I said, of this complicated, little bit sticky and grappling with guilt kind of thing. But what's lovely here is it's saying you are supposed to be together. And again, it's reiterating you're not going to be able to stop it. You're not going to be able to get in the way of it, okay? But you will be happy. If it was something that was just like this risque, okay, you're going to have a torrid affair and it's going to be hot and steamy, but this is not the person for you, then, you know, I would just say that. But that's not how this is coming up. It's coming up that, yes, it's going to be hot and steamy and like ooh la la and sizzle sizzle, but it's also coming up that it's part of the journey of these two souls. So there is a beautiful, intense soulmate relationship for you in this life. And that relationship will come forward almost like a victory. And I think it's because of what you'll need to surmount to be together. Because the two of you will be very concerned with what people think, and the people around you may be hurting other people, or the whispers, the gossip, etc., this kind of thing. Where your relationship is like out of the norm, okay, societal norm. But again, love is love. True love doesn't have restrictions, right? It's unconditional. So no matter whether this is a same-sex relationship, a heterosexual relationship, and you know, that could be what's going on here, but it's not even really what I think is the issue. I think it's taboo for other reasons, okay? And either way, I think that it's saying to you, hold fast to your, hold your ground, stand your ground, don't give up, and know that this is karma that is being worked out, and that you are on the right path. You're with the right person. If you're already involved in this relationship, it's something that was meant to be. It's something that was meant to be. You are meant to be with this person, and it will work out for you. There will be victory here. You will overcome these awkward, taboo, sticky, messy, difficult situations in order to be together. And you can find true happiness together. This looks like a long-term, victorious, happy relationship. Okay. So, and whether you're involved already or you haven't met this person yet, either way, the outcome looks the same. The outcome looks like this is a serious, beautiful, intense, karmic relationship. And the karma that the sticky, messy thing is part of what you guys are working out. It's part of your journey to work that out in this lifetime. And if you don't, it'll just carry on until the next lifetime. Remember, nothing's etched in stone. At any point, you could say, you know what, peace out. I don't want to do this. Either one of you could say that. It doesn't look like you will. From this, it looks like you will both stick it out, and you will both, difficult as it may be, you'll stick it out, and you will have happiness together, and you'll be able to enjoy the victory of creating a happy life together. So it looks here like it's going to be very joyful and literally victorious. Okay. Your outcome card. Oh, Tristan and Isolde. Okay, Tristan and Isolde. Now, this is, I think, I don't know what the technical term is, but I believe this is a story almost like a Camelot kind of thing. Not Camelot, but let me try to remember. Tristan and Isolde, desire. So the main theme here, it says desire. So that totally fits, by the way. These are two, right off the bat, I know that these two couldn't stay away from each other. But I have to try to remember the rest of the story. If I remember correctly, Tristan didn't have, maybe he was an orphan of some kind, and he didn't have any family. And I believe that a king, can't remember the king's name, but there was a king in England, maybe King of Cornwall or something like that. I just can't think of his name. But again, we love Google, so you could Google the story of Tristan and Isolde. So there was a king, I believe it was Cornwall. I could be wrong, but I think it was Cornwall. And he took Tristan in and treated him as his own son, and they were very close, and Tristan was very devoted to the king. But unfortunately, what happened was, little sticky, Tristan fell in love with Isolde, who just happened to be the king's bride. Ruh-roh. So there you go. It's like a perfect example. Like that card came up with this is crazy. I love when that happens because I never know, what outcome card is going to come here. And I'm always like, I hope it connects. And it did. That's just crazy to me. That is like so tied in exactly because their story is literally what we were just talking about. This Tristan and Isolde represent inconvenient but irresistible passion and love, and two people, like desire is the key word. They can't stay away from each other, even though Tristan knows he's going to be betraying the man who took him in, the man who loves him, the man who is the only father I think he's ever known. I'm pretty sure it's like that. I could be a little rusty on the story, but I'm pretty sure that I've got the gist of it. So just bear that in mind here, that this is saying, remember I said you can't stand in front of a runaway train or stand against a tidal wave. And that's what this kind of love is. So again, they're not telling you that it's going to be ill-fated in any way, but they're telling you that some element of the relationship has this very inconvenient, complicated, sticky part to it. However, don't let that make you sad. It's part of your journey in this life together, and how your souls will grow and evolve. It's part of your story. And the good news is that you are meant to be together, and you are meant to have this soulmate in your life. And again, a soulmate will transcend time and space and will be someone who you go forward with in the afterlife and into the next life. I would love a love like Tristan and Isolde, even though it's inconvenient and messy. Of course, I wouldn't want to hurt anybody, but this is like true love that can't stay away from each other. This is like two souls who are like, no matter hell or high water, they're going to be together. So that is intense and beautiful, and the kind of passionate true love I think that most of us hope for. So just stand your ground. Like I said, be strong and know that you have found your soulmate and you are meant to be together. And again, if this person hasn't entered your life yet, just know they are on their way, and you will meet this person. They will come into your life, and there will be no stopping it when it happens. And if you already know who this person is, be strong, because you will come through this time of complication, and you will have victory together. All right, everyone. Let's move on now. Good luck to you guys, and we're going to move on to set of cards number 3. Okay, so let's go to set of cards number 3, everyone. And again, just taking a moment to remind you guys, if you are liking these readings and they're resonating for you, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and like and share. That would mean the world. Okay, set of cards number 3. Where is your soulmate? Do you have one in this lifetime? Okay, and what can we find out about them? Okay, interesting here, guys. Wow, all right, wow. Okay, so right from the beginning here, this is telling me that for those of you who've chosen set of cards number 3, I want to say that this is a group of people who've had clearly a lot of heartbreak, okay? You've had a lot of sadness, a lot of failed relationships, or even just heartbreak, a lot of heartbreaks. It might not even just be only romantically, okay? Perhaps you've lost loved ones. Maybe you lost a parent when you were young, or lost a best friend. I think that many of you have had not just romantic heartbreak, but heartbreak in life, So there's been a lot that you've had to endure, I think, which has made some of you feel like, is there even, forget about a soulmate, is there even love for me? So I think that those of you who've chosen this pile, you've chosen this set of cards for a reason, because you need to hear this message, okay? And the good news is that this is saying yes, a resounding yes. Not only is there love for you, but this is definitely a soulmate relationship for you that will answer all your wishes, not just a wish. And I want to go so far to say is that this can even be a twin soul relationship, which I'm going to try to get into, a little complicated to explain, but I'm just going to touch on it briefly because it would take too much time to really break that down, okay? But what I want to say is here, so for those of you with this set of cards, it looks like destiny is definitely working here, okay? And there is a very deeply connected love relationship coming to you. If you're not already in it, it's coming very, very soon, okay? This feels almost immediate. This feels really soon. So, you know, in the United States, we are at the end of January. It's almost February. So we have like what, maybe like a month and a half left of winter, and then spring is going to come. So it really feels like, this feels to me like if the person is not already in your life, then this feels like a springtime thing, okay? It feels like it's coming fairly soon, probably within the next like 6 weeks or so. It feels like when the flowers start to bloom and the leaves start to show on the trees, that kind of thing. Now, if you're in a part of the world where you're experiencing summer, you know, someplace like, you know, Australia, where it's flipped from our weather, you know, our seasons, that's okay. It really just means, you know, so if you're experiencing the beginning of summer, 6 weeks would still be summer, you know, so it feels like, let me start again by saying though, for many of you, this feels like it occurs in springtime. And then, but again, that's because springtime for us in the United States is about 6 weeks away, maybe 8. For those of you who are in a place where you're already in spring, then it could be happening for you even sooner, or it can be happening, you know, in a few weeks as summer really comes into play or intensifies, okay? But either way, this feels like it's coming fairly soon. Now, I also want to say to you that this feels like a new beginning, it's a new beginning for you, not just with love, but literally in life. It's like, that's why I said this feels like a twin soul. Okay, so let's talk about, so a twin soul is a little hard to explain, but let's say that there's sort of this belief that a twin soul is like almost like like God takes your soul, splits it in half, and makes two souls, almost like an Adam and Eve. So like a piece of your soul is also this person, and a piece of their soul is also you. And so when you come in contact with this person, which does not, according to reincarnation, does not happen in every life. Okay, if you believe in reincarnation, if you don't, that's okay. It's not important that you believe in that or not, okay? But for the purposes of this reading, twin souls are souls that you don't necessarily encounter in every life that you live. And when you do, it's more intense than anything anyone could describe to you. They say that when two twin souls are near each other, in the same room, or even standing or sitting next to each other or near each other, you can see literally a blue line going from their head to your head, or from their body to your body. Usually it's from their head to your head. That's literally connecting you, because it's kind of like the two pieces of the piece of your soul that's in him or her, and the piece of your soul that's in you wants to come back together. And so that like line of electricity like connects the two of you. The thing is, twin souls have an enormous amount of karma, and that's why they're not together in every single lifetime. And also, just because you encounter your twin soul does not necessarily mean that in this lifetime it will work out. It doesn't necessarily mean that you will actually be together. Many times twin souls are not together. They cross paths, and they may have like an intense love, an intense affair, an intense, like, I don't mean torrid affair, I mean like an intense love affair, love connection. Sometimes you feel the love of this person, and you don't even get to be together. That's very common with twin souls, very, for whatever reason, for multiple different reasons. In your case here, okay, what's beautiful about this, that's why I said this is a new beginning, not just with love, but with your whole life. This looks like to me a twin soul connection that is going to work out in this life. And that, my friends, is extremely rare. Rare. So this looks like, so not only will you know who this person is, notice I don't have any court cards here, so I'm not having like what they possibly look like or what sign they possibly are, because guess what? Not important. It's not important, because you will recognize this person instantaneously. This will be one of those stories, you know, those love at first sight kind of things. You will meet this person and you will say, you will be mesmerized by them. You will find yourself staring at them. You will be mesmerized by their eyes, by everything about them, by their energy, and you will literally feel that you've known them forever. You will instantaneously trust this person with absolutely no reason to. Okay? You will trust this person with your life within the first few seconds of meeting them. And you will just feel this deep love, almost like this deep respect and deep love and connection, almost as deep, if not deeper, than you feel for your own family, your parents, children, siblings, like people or whoever in your life you have had with you since childhood, that you have that incredible trust because they're family. That's how you'll feel about this person. And you will physically feel the energy. There will be like an energy field between the two of you that you could physically feel. Like if you held up your hand and they held up theirs and you just kept it like that, like apart, right? You don't touch, but you just held your hands like this. You would feel in this space in between here, in this space in between, you would feel like swirling energy and heat. You would feel it. It would radiate as though there was like literal electricity running in here. That's how strong of a connection you will feel to this person, okay? Now, usually that intensity is too much for people to handle, which is many times why twin souls they may connect for a brief time, but it's usually why they can't handle staying together, because it's too intense. It's almost too much for a soul to handle in human form, and it puts too much pressure on the relationship. But occasionally they do stay together and work out. And in your case, those of you who've chosen this set of cards, it looks like that is the case and the story, because so many of you have been lonely and hurting and have endured so much. And this is almost like the reward for dealing with that. It's like your twin soul and your soulmate is coming into your life, not by accident, but just at the right time, just when they're supposed to, when it's meant to be, that they enter your life and that they create this whole new life and this whole new beginning with this purest, deepest love. I think I often have said, if you've watched my other videos, that this is one of my favorite tarot cards, the Ace of Cups, because we have the peak experience of the cups, which is love and emotion, okay? But here we have the Ace of Cups is just literally love in its truest, deepest form, okay? The most beautiful, almost to the point where it's holy, like holy meaning spiritual, like where it's that blessed, okay? Where it's just a blessed love. It's something that's that deep. So it really is going to answer this, not just your wish to have love, but your wish to have happiness in your life is the kind of intense relationship that's coming in. This will be a person that you will build a family with. This will be a person that you will marry. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Given that it's saying it's going to work out with this twin soul of yours, you will create a family and you will create you will create a life together. Now, that if you're a person who already has kids and you're watching and you're like, I already have a family, it just means that your two families will come together and blend. But you will create a family unit with this person. And even if you don't want kids, your family will be each other. You will build a home and a life with this person. This will be the person that you marry, okay? And this is very intense, but the word that keeps coming over and over again is blessed. This is a blessed union of souls, literally. That's what this is. This is two souls that have been waiting and looking and searching for each other. And you have not been allowed to be together yet until this point. And there is a reason for that. And it's part of the journey, the karmic journey that you have been on. But destiny is at play here, and you are coming together at exactly the right time. Okay. And yeah, is it possible that some of you already know who this person is? I think for a small fraction of you, yes. I think for a small percentage of you, maybe you have already begun this cycle with this person, but I think for the vast majority of you, this is new. And you haven't come in contact yet with the person, because believe me when I tell you, you will have no doubt that this is the person I'm describing, because it will overwhelm you, like physically, spiritually, and emotionally, but in a super wonderful way. Not in a bad way. Okay. Let's see if there's any other things that Spirit and the angels want to say about it before we go to your outcome card. But this is beautiful, and I'm so excited and happy. We almost don't need to expand, but I'm just going to do it so you don't feel left out or gypped from the little extra tarot that I put out. But yes, this is incredible. I'm very excited and happy for all of you. I really am. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Look at that. That's fascinating to me. It matches. My God. That's crazy. I love it. I love it. The regular tarot and the mini tarot, they match. It's like amazing to me how that happens. That's why I do this. So it's really like reiterating so you can see. It's really why I do the little extra expansion. Okay, so here we have that they are just, again, saying to you, many of you, the majority of you, have been through intense pain. Some of you have, it's been unexpected. You've felt like the rug ripped out beneath you. Some of you have lost a loved one, a spouse, a partner. Some of you have almost lost your own life. Maybe you've had battles with cancer or any kind of physical ailment that almost took you out. Some of you could have almost lost your life in another way. Car accidents, the military. It doesn't matter, okay? But for the vast majority of you, you've had intense struggle and pain in your life in one way or another. Not just in love, but in many aspects of your life, okay? And the universe is saying, but there is this beautiful soulmate on their way to you. And look, right on top of it, the two, same card, Nine of Cups, okay? There is this incredible soulmate relationship. When I have these two together, that definitely indicates a twin soul. So this is a twin soul, most likely a twin soul relationship. And like I said before, it's rare that is something that stays together on the whole journey through this life. But in this case, it looks very much like it will. Very much like you will stay together. You will build a beautiful life. And again, this is saying this will become your life partner. Many of you will marry this person. And you will be very happy with them. I mean, will there be bumps in the road? There always is. That's life. Life is a journey and experience. And that's how you evolve and grow, is through life experience, right? But there's a lot of reward coming your way, and you will know who this person is by the intensity. And by the way, make no mistake, this person who's coming into your life, he or she has had an enormous amount of pain as well in their life. The connections you will feel with this person are just off the charts. It's unlimited how many connections and life, how much of your life journey has been similar, or you'll have a lot of shared pain, but here you're going to have a lot of shared joy, and just literally, like, you know, I don't say this lightly, but a little bit of like there'll be a time of euphoria, almost, honestly. There'll be a time of like, you'll be a little nervous, like, is the other shoe gonna drop? You'll be a little scared to trust it, but as you go forward, you will feel like this is your reward. This person is your reward for all this pain, because now you'll feel like you can handle anything that life throws you because you have this person as your partner, and they will feel the same of you. So this almost makes me want to cry. This is so beautiful. So set of cards number 3, I'm so excited and happy for all of you. I really think that this is something many people just dream about and don't actually get. So this is beautiful. Let's go to your outcome card. Okay, so we have, Dionysus and, I always say this name wrong, Aradne, that's it. Dionysus and Aradne. So we have Greek mythology, and this is triumph. Okay, now Dionysus and Aradne. Do I remember this story? I remember a little bit of it. Okay, let me think here. Dionysus, so Greek mythology. I believe that this is the story of Aradne, I believe. Yeah, she's holding a thread there. I believe that she gave this golden thread to someone else. I just can't think of what his name was. But like a god, I want to say maybe it was started with a T, like Theseus or Theseus or something like this. So I believe she gave the thread. She gave the thread to, you know what, I got to look in the book. It's making me crazy. I'm going to just, hold on, everyone. I'm going to look in the book. Because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Okay, yes. So, wow, can't say her name. Aradne, there we go. She helped Theseus slay the Minotaur, okay, by giving him this golden thread that he used to find his way through a labyrinth. And then where the Minotaur lived, and he destroyed the Minotaur, and she thought that they would live happily ever after. But however, once he destroyed the Minotaur, he abandoned her on the island of Naxos. And then she was left there desolate and, sad and brokenhearted. And then, but what happened was, little did she know that fate had someone much better for her, which was Dionysus. Then she meets Dionysus, comes and literally saves her. And I think Dionysus is the god of intoxication. And he loved her from the start with an incredible passion. So talk about twin soul energy. These two definitely had twin soul energy. And just when she thought all was lost and she was betrayed and left to die, basically, she was saved by the love of her life. And so how fitting is that when I said about a new beginning in your life and a new beginning with love, with a person that you will instantly trust. This so fits in with this whole reading. So the energy of this of Dionysus and Aradne is letting you know that this will be a relationship that surprises you. And just when you think all is lost, no. The universe and the spirit guides and the angels and God are telling you, no, we have something so much better for you. We have someone for you that is your other half, literally. This is your twin soul, this is your soulmate, and this is going to answer every wish you've ever had. So I believe that they lived literally happily ever after in passion and love and loyalty. And I believe that she then becomes the goddess of marriage, and that they went on to live this blissful life in triumph. And I believe he's the god of immortality, maybe, or is it intoxication, or both? Oh, sorry, it's intoxication, but he's immortal. All right, don't ask me, I didn't write the story. Greek mythology, again, you could Google it. So, what a beautiful What a beautiful end to this. What a beautiful confirmation of everything we mentioned here. So this is truly letting you know. I just want you guys to see it again. See how she's holding the thread and he's holding her. It's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. And then on the bottom there, it says triumph. So love triumphs here, and she wins. She wins. That person, that guy left her to die. He left her abandoned and desolate and alone, and she triumphed. And not only did she triumph, but she triumphed in the best possible way. All her wishes came true. So I'm so happy for all of you. I wish you all the best of luck. This is really one of the readings that's really honestly given me hope, and for humanity in general, and has just cheered me up, and I love the energy of this for all of you. This makes me so happy for all of you. I hope that this happens as quickly as possible, and I wish you guys all the best. Okay, until next time, love and light and blessings, everyone, and go out there and manifest your dreams. All right, till next time.